Good afternoon and welcome to Pod Swimming here in East Providence, Rhode Island for today's Rhode Island Interscholastic League Division III matchup between the #1 seed East Providence Townies and the Blackstone Valley Prep Pride. I'm your host, Jeremy Abreu. I'll be taking you through your festivities today, and this is going to be really a story of two different seasons. The East Providence boys have gone undefeated this year in Division III. They were 7-0. They're led by seniors David Capobianco and Andrew Langell. They also have freshmen Ryan Branch, Nicholas Capobianco, Cameron Avora, Jacob Langell, and Ryan Heatherton on the squad as well. So the winner of this matchup will face the winner of the #4 seeded Mount St. Charles versus #5 Tolman. That will take place on the weekend of March 1st to the 3rd. That will be the semifinals. Mount St. Charles faces off against Tolman this afternoon at 3:30, so we'll know by the end of the day who the winner of this matchup is going to face. What I'd like to do, I see we got at least 10 people out there right now. If somebody could jump into the live chat, let me know that you can hear the audio good and you can see the video good. That would be great. You're currently watching East Providence and BVP Pride teams go through their warm-ups here at Pods. Pods is a standard 6-lane, 25-yard pool here in East Providence, Rhode Island. It has been the host to many different organizations this year due to the pandemic and due to different pools not being available. So Pod Swimming is the home pool for Mount Hope High School, for Wheeler School, and also for the Gator Swim Club, which is a USA swimming organization based out of Seekonk, Massachusetts. Taking a look at our BVP team, so they've had a rough year. So they come into the season at 0-3. They only have 3 members of the team. So you have Brian Zapata, who is in 11th grade. So Brian finished second in the state last year in the 100 backstroke. So it'll be interesting to take a look at, see what Brian can do today. Alexis Flores, who is an 11th grader, on the team. And we also have Nick Ionetta, the only freshman on the team. So I'll be looking forward to watching Nick swim. Quick little backstory. Nick's grandmother was my 4th grade teacher at St. Teresa's School in Pawtucket, Rhode Island. And Nick's parents, Mike and Lisa, are lifelong friends of mine. So good to see Nick swimming today. We wish him and his BVP teammates all the best of luck here this afternoon. We're scheduled to get going at about 2:30, so in about 10 minutes from now. Typically we are on time. Sometimes we are a little late. We do have our officials. Here today early. We do have our officials here today ready to go. Coaches are ready. The swimmers have been warming up. Swimmers have been warming up for about 10 minutes now. So they're going to be ready to go very shortly as well here. So it's been a very interesting year in the Interscholastic League. And once again, I just ask if you can hear me and see me okay, or see the pool okay, if you can drop into the live chat and just write me a note that the audio is good and the video is good, just so I know I'm not talking to myself out there. There have been plenty of occasions this year where yours truly has gone onto the live broadcast, forgot to take the mic off mute, and talked for about the first 10 to 15 minutes before the meet started to absolutely nobody. So, looks good on my end, but again, I want to make sure that you can hear me. So if you are out there listening and watching, if you can jump into the live chat and just type me a quick message. You can hear the audio, you can see the video. That would be outstanding. I'm going to hold off on some more announcements and more things I have to get into before we start until I get that confirmation from you. Take a quick break in the action right now. So once again, we're here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island for today's Rhode Island Interscholastic League quarterfinal matchup, Division III, between the number 1 seed East Providence Townies and the number 8 seed Blackstone Valley Prep. And thank you, Karen Capobianco, for the confirmation that you can hear and see. Thank you for taking the time to join us. I know Karen has her 2 sons who swim for East Providence, Nicholas and David. Quick note on David too. So David is a senior. He's going to be attending the University of New Haven in the fall, majoring in computer engineering and cybersecurity. So pretty big news for David. We certainly wish him the best of luck at the University of New Haven. Cybersecurity, a blossoming field to get into. Nowadays, it's funny, when I was back in college, way back in the mid-90s, cybersecurity wasn't even a thing. So it's funny how times have changed here. So your East Providence swimmers are led today from Coach Kathy Diaz. Blackstone Valley Prep is led by Coach Samantha Ewart. The athletic director of East Providence is Greg Amore, and the athletic director at BVP is Ed Laskowski. So again, welcome to all of the EP Townies and Blackstone Valley Prep swimming fans out there. Thank you for taking the time to join us here this afternoon for this exciting quarterfinal matchup here. So the Interscholastic League faced with a lot of tough challenges this year around winter sports. Winter sports got started a little bit later than they typically would. And like most sports, they face the challenge of what to do with championships. Typically, the championships are held over a weekend at Brown University. Full spectators are allowed. Very different year this year. So what the Interscholastic League is doing is putting forth a March Madness style bracket with each of the divisions. And that's what you have here. So have you your number 1 seeded East Providence Townies. They'll face off against the number 8 seeded BVP Pride from Cumberland, Rhode Island. So you'll see the swimmers looks like they've completed their warm-ups. They're going to be exiting the pool. We're going to have some action for you very shortly here. They're starting to do, actually they're going to continue their warm-ups. Going to do some starts off the blocks here. So once again, very fortunate to have Pod Swimming here in East Providence, who has stepped up and agreed to be a host for a number of different schools for the Interscholastic League playoffs here. So the East Providence girls raced here on Tuesday versus Tolman Tigers, defeated the Tigers. Your East Providence boys swimming this afternoon. Tonight we'll pit Mount Hope versus the co-op team from St. Raphael Academy and Providence Country Day. Tomorrow, Pods will host a matchup between Wheeler and Smithfield. And then again on Sunday, we will see the Mount Hope girls face off against Tollgate on Sunday afternoon here at Pods. So going to be a very busy weekend here in the Interscholastic League with the swimming. Our first event this afternoon, as you see, the officials are meeting with the captains. Looks like with the captains of both teams over on the sideline there. Our first event today is going to be the 200 Medley Relay. So what you will see today with BVP only having 3 swimmers, they do not have swimmers in every event. So the first event will only have swimmers from East Providence. It will be the 200 Medley Relay, swam by Nick Capobianco, Ryan Heatherton, Andrew Langiel, and David Capobianco. So we will not see any BVP swimmers until event 3, which is the 200 IM. That will feature from BVP Alexis Flores. Nick Capobianco will swim for East Providence. And then event 4, 50 freestyle, you'll see Nick Iannetta jumping into the pool there for BVP. From East Providence, you'll see Ryan Heatherton and Ryan Branch. So once again, due to the team sizes here and BVP only fielding 3 swimmers, obviously they will not be swimming in all 11 events here today. But needless to say, we're looking forward to a strong showing from both teams here this afternoon. I would love to hear, I would love for anybody else out there besides Karen. I know we have, I think 13 people right now on the live chat. If you jumped into the live chat, let me know where you're watching from, who you're rooting for. If you want to give somebody a shout out on one of the teams, let's show some Townie and pride here, for lack of a better term, at Pod Swimming this afternoon. So once again, swimmers continue to go through their warm-ups here. We're getting close to 2:30, so we should be getting underway very shortly here. Again, the first event will be the 200 Medley Relay this afternoon. There will be 11 events swam this afternoon. So 200 Medley Relay will lead it off, followed by the 200 free, the 200 IM, the 50 free, the 100 fly, the 100 free, the 500 free, the 200 free relay, the 100 back, the 100 breast, and we'll finish it off here with the 400 free relay here this afternoon. So it looks like the BVP swimmers putting their final touches on warm-ups here this afternoon. I think they're just about ready to go. Townies here still practicing some starts on the blocks, but they're just about ready to go here too. I see we're up to 15 people. So we have a crowd starting to arrive here, a virtual crowd, so to speak. And I know there are a lot of parents out in the parking lot. I talked to Lisa Ionetta, who is Nick Ionetta's mom from BVP, out in the parking lot here, as many parents will do throughout this high school season. Instead of watching their children compete in person, you're typically sitting in your car and watching them compete over the phone. So the pandemic has certainly changed the way that we consume sports here for the time being and over the past year. So we have Jenna Marie Fabris checking in, rooting for David and Nick Capobianco as well. So the Capobianco family well represented here. So again, you'll be seeing Nick and David swim in the first event, which is the 200 Medley Relay here this afternoon. It looks like the officials already, everyone has cleared the pool, so I think we're getting ready for some swimming action, folks. So once again, event number one will be the 200 Medley Relay. It will feature Nick Capobianco, Ryan Heatherton, Andrew Langeal, and David Capobianco. Nick Capobianco will be the first in the pool. David will be the anchor here this afternoon in this Medley Relay. So the officials... Officials are ready. Swimmers are making their way to the blocks right now. And we will be underway shortly here in our first event of the day, the 200 Medley Relay. So your East Providence Townies will be swimming out of lane, let's see here, they're going to go to lane 3 or lane 4. It looks like lane 3. So for your viewing orientation, lane 1 is the furthest from the camera position. Lane 6 is closest to the camera position here at Pods. All right, we're ready to go here. This is event 1, the 200 Medley Relay. You'll be led off by Nick Capobianco from East Providence High School. And we're underway here at Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Again, due to the size of the Blackstone Valley Prep team, they do not have a swimmer in each event this afternoon. So this 200 medley relay is one of those events where it will only be your Townies in the water as you watch Nick Capobianco finish up his backstroke. He'll hand it off to Ryan Heatherton. Let's watch the transition here. Always something to keep an eye on with the relay transitions. Does the swimmer leave the blocks at the right time? The swimmer cannot leave the blocks until the incoming swimmer's hand has touched the wall. So we see a lot of DQs because of that. But we're off free and clear here. Ryan Heatherton, a junior on this East Providence squad, in the water doing the breaststroke here. Again, your Townies finished the season 7-0 this year. So they had an undefeated season in the pool here in Division 3. So they're looking to keep that momentum going. Heatherton will hand it off to Andrew Langiel. He's a senior on the team here. Here's the transition. Andrew is in the water. This will be the butterfly portion of the 200 medley relay. And what you're seeing here, folks, is very indicative of what we've seen all year. Swimmers forced to swim in the pool by themselves. So from a mental standpoint, always very difficult to swim with no competition in the pool. As you see Langiel, he'll hand it over to David Capobianco, who will anchor this 200 medley relay. But very difficult to get amped up from a competitive standpoint to swim against no one in the pool. And for better or worse, most of these swimmers have had to do that for a good portion of the year. So these meets are not timed, so there will be no official times, but rather based on points. So first place will get a certain number of points, second place, third place. We got Beth Ionetta checking in from Northern Virginia. Once again, Beth Ionetta's Nick's aunt. She was, her mother was my 4th grade teacher at St. Teresa's. So just like always in Rhode Island, right? Only a few degrees of separation from anybody here. So that's a wrap on event number 1, the 200 medley relay. We're going to move into event number 2. Again, this will be only East Providence swimmers. So you'll have Cameron Avora and Jacob Langiel swimming the 200 free here. So Avora will be in lane 3. Langiel will be in lane 5 here, and this is the 200 free. All right, we're off here in the 200 freestyle in our second event from Pod Swimming this afternoon. This is Division 3 quarterfinal action between the East Providence Townies and the Blackstone Valley Prep Pride. You'll see Avora in lane 3 was off to a quick start here. Langiel in lane 5 keeping pace here. So as they approach and complete the 50-yard turn, it is Avora in lane 3 with the lead on Langiel. We'll see if Avora can keep up this pace. Avora, a very tall young man with a long freestyle stroke here. Looking pretty good as he is about to complete his first 100. Langiel in lane 5, not far behind. So we'll have to take a look at the second 100 here to see if Langiel has it in him to make a run at Avora. But it is Cameron Avora in lane 3. He is a freshman on this East Providence squad. He is leading the way right now after the first 100. Again, due to the size of the BVP team, they won't have a swimmer in every event. This is one of those events. So it's Avora in lane 3, continuing to maintain his lead here in the 200 free. This will be his final 50. Jacob Langell has stopped. May have swallowed a little bit of water there as Evora continues. So Jacob Langell will continue here after a brief stop. It's going to be Cam Evora in lane 3, your winner in the 200 free. It looks like Langell swallowed a little bit of water there, stopped for a minute, but he's a trooper. He continues on here in this 200 free event. Taking a quick stop at the wall here, but he should be applauded for his effort here. Definitely not easy when you catch a mouthful or a nose full of water here. So Langell will finish up here in lane 5, but it is your winner will be come from lane 3. It will be Cam Evora from East Providence. So that will bring us, so what typically will happen here after each of the events, the swimmers will do a quick 25 cool down as you see them doing it now. We're going to move on to event 3. So event 3 will be the 200 IM and will feature from East Providence Nick Capobianco, and from BVP will be Alexis Flores. So Capobianco from EP will be swimming out of lane number 3. Flores from BVP will be swimming out of lane 4. The East Providence swimmers are adorned with their black, red, and white tech suits with the red caps. Your BVP swimmers all have their dark-colored tech suits with dark caps. And here we go, folks. This is the 200 IM. So you'll see the officials actually stood the swimmers up. That's because Capobianco in lane 3 had a little bit of a flinch. So the officials are always trying to give the swimmers the benefit of the doubt. So it's easier to stand them back up, let them relax for a second, then get back into the set position and continue. So as we move on to the first 50 here, it is Flores in lane 3 from BVP, who has about a body length lead on Capobianco in lane 2. So they finished the butterfly. We'll transition over to the backstroke here. Looks like Capobianco in lane 3 already making up some of that time here in the backstroke. The IM, always an interesting race to watch, right? With swimmers having their strengths in different strokes, it's really never over until the very end. And you can see that's evident here as Flores held the lead in the butterfly. Capobianco in lane 3 has now taken the lead in the backstroke. They'll transition over to the breaststroke. Capobianco with about a half a second lead on Flores right now. Again, Capobianco in 3, Alexis Flores in lane 4. This is going to be an exciting race here, folks. They are neck and neck in the breaststroke right now. And you'll see it is Flores who has taken back the lead on Capobianco here in the breaststroke. Both of the swimmers will now transition over to freestyle here. It's Flores with about a second to a second and a half lead on Capobianco here. So Capobianco in 3, making a late push here. It is Flores right now. They're at the flags, and it's going to be Alexis Flores from BVP in lane 4, your winner of the 2IM here. Great matchup there, back and forth in the lead between Capobianco and Flores. But it was Flores, your winner here from BVP. They'll do a 25 cool down. We're going to move on to our next event, which is the 50 free. From the East Providence side, we'll have Ryan Heatherton, Ryan Branch, and from the BVP side, you will see Nick Iannetta. So I see Raisa Liu checking in on the live chat. Raisa, a member of the East Providence Townies women's swim team, who captured a victory on Tuesday over the Tolman Tigers. So they have moved on in the playoffs. She's checking in on the live stream, supporting her boys teammates here. Okay, so you'll have Iannetta in lane 4. Not sure which Ryan is which here. So we have Heatherton and Branch. This is the 50 free. All right, so they're off. Strong stop by Iannetta in lane 4. He's going to be first to the wall, to the turn here. This is going to be a 2-horse race between Iannetta and your East Providence swimmer in lane 2. Too close to call here as both swimmers hit the flags and they approach the wall. It's going to be Nick Iannetta from BVP in lane 4, your winner of the 50 freestyle here this afternoon. Great race, very fast race, 50 free. Iannetta started out fast, fell behind a little bit after the 25 turn, picked up some speed at the end, and once again, Nick Iannetta, your 50 freestyle winner here this afternoon. So folks, we're going to take, I believe, a 10-minute break or a 5-minute break. Not sure if we need that long here, but in all fairness to the swimmers, what happens is both teams do not have a ton of swimmers. You have many of these swimmers swimming, obviously, multiple events. Good to always have a bit of time to cool down, flush that lactic acid out of their systems here. Our next event is going to be the 100 fly. So Nick Iannetta is going to be right back in the pool. So it's good that he does have that 10-minute break here. So in the 100 fly from the BVP side, you will see Iannetta once again. He was your 50 freestyle winner. From EP, the Langell brothers will be facing off against each other. It will be Andrew and Jacob racing against each other here in the 100 fly. So once again, appreciate you taking the time to join us here this afternoon. I'd love to see some more commentary in the live chat here. You know, we're up to 22 folks on the live stream. So we certainly appreciate you taking the time to join us here this afternoon. Again, this is Rhode Island Interscholastic League Division III quarterfinal matchup between your number 1 seeded East Providence Townies and the number 8 seed Blackstone Valley Prep Pride. So your Pride team is comprised of only 3 swimmers, so they have a pretty small team. As such, they do not have swimmers in every event here this afternoon. The winner of this meet will go on to face the winner of the Mount St. Charles Tolman meet, which is also happening this afternoon at 3:30. So it's just about to get started in about 45 minutes. That matchup will be at a time to be determined the weekend of March 1st to the 3rd. So the other thing that the Interscholastic League is doing here is the highest seeded team in the matchup hosts the event. So if East Providence is the winner here, looks like they'll be back at pods no matter who they face. If Blackstone Valley Prep is your winner here this afternoon, they'll travel to either Tolman's pool or the Mount St. Charles pool. So that's how they've been doing it so far. Again, we have a good mix of Townie pride and Blackstone Valley Prep pride on effect here in the live chat. I'd love to hear from more of you. We got over 20 people on the live stream, so would love to hear from you, where you're watching from, who you're rooting for here in this matchup between East Providence and Blackstone Valley Prep. As I mentioned earlier, the East Providence girls faced off against Tolman on Tuesday and had a dominating performance. So they swept every event, and they'll move on to their next matchup. They were swimming in a play-in game. So they had a great meet on Tuesday. Here on Friday, the boys looking to do the same. Going to take a quick break in the action here, folks. We'll be right back with you. All right, we're back here. We're getting ready to move on to the 100 fly. So again, you'll see Nick Iannetta back. He's in lane 4. He was just your 50 free winner. The Langell brothers will be facing off against each other here. Andrew and Jacob. So Andrew will be in lane 3, Jacob in lane 5. This will be your 100 fly. Looks like the officials are ready. We're ready to go here, folks. This is your 100 fly. And they're off. So again, Langell brothers in lanes 3 and 5. Nick Iannetta in lane 4. So it's Langell, Andrew in lane 3, Nick Iannetta in lane 4. They're head-to-head here at the 50 mark. It looks like Langell from East Providence may be about a quarter of a second ahead. We'll see if Iannetta can make up that time here. He's in lane 4, middle of your screen with the dark cap. Andrew Langell with the red cap, white letters in lane 3 here. Looks like Iannetta has taken the lead at the final turn here. So will Iannetta be able to hold on, or will Langell catch him here? And it is Iannetta who has opened up the lead, and he will be your back-to-back winner here this afternoon. In the 100 fly, it will be Nick Iannetta in lane 4. Your winner, Andrew Langell, in lane 3, coming in second. And it will be Jacob Langell from East Providence coming in third. So back-to-back repeat wins there for Iannetta. In lane 4 there, he's your winner of the 50 free. He is your winner of the 100 fly. That will put a wrap on Iannetta's day today. So a great day for him. We'll move on to the 100 freestyle, which is our next event. From East Providence, you'll have David Capobianco and Ryan Branch. From Blackstone Valley Prep, it will be Brian Zapata. So Capobianco in lane 3, Zapata in lane 4, Ryan Branch in lane 5 here. Looks like the swimmers are ready. Okay, we're ready to go here. This will be event number 6, the 100 freestyle. Clean start here. So it's Zapata from BVP who was at the wall first. He's got about a body length lead on Capobianco in lane 3. At the 50 mark, it continues to be Zapata from BVP, opening up his lead a little bit here. Zapata hits the 75 turn. Barring a miracle, it will be Brian Zapata. Your winner here from BVP, David Capobianco, coming in second out of lane 3. Ryan Branch will come in third out of lane 5, but it was Zapata from BVP. So BVP with a strong showing here in your last 3 events. All W's. As we move into our longest event of the afternoon, which will be the 500 freestyle. East Providence will have 1 swimmer, Andrew Langell, making his way to the blocks right now. So all of the swimmers, after their races, do a quick 25 warm down, or cool down, I should say, flush the lactic acid out of their muscles, give them a little bit of a breather before the next event takes place. And that next event this afternoon is the 500 freestyle. Once again, there will be 1 swimmer, Andrew Langell. He'll be swimming out of lane 3 from East Providence. So we're off here in the 500 freestyle. Once again, it will be Andrew Langell. Andrew not getting a ton of rest time. He just swam in the 100 fly. Once again, Andrew swimming in this event with no competition in the pool, as most swimmers, not only in Rhode Island and Massachusetts, but really around the country, have had to do for most of the year this year with the COVID situation, with the limit on the number of folks that can be in the building. Many swimmers have found themselves just competing against themselves, right? Which can be especially mentally hard from a psychological standpoint. Swimming already one of the most difficult sports out there from a mental toughness perspective. And to be in the pool by yourself and still maintain that high level of competition can be difficult to do. But these East Providence Townies have done it so far this year with a record of 7-0 coming into today. Very impressed with the showing from the Blackstone Valley Prep Pride. With only 3 swimmers on the roster, they've won the last 3 events here. You can only think of what they would have done with a few more swimmers to compete in a lot of these events that they were unable to field a swimmer for. But BVP showing a lot of heart here this afternoon. The 8th seeded BVP going up against the number 1 seed East Providence. So great afternoon so far, win or lose by your BVP swimmers. Once again, you have Andrew Langell in the pool right now. He's from East Providence swimming the 500 freestyle here. We're more than halfway done with our events here this afternoon. Next event is going to be the 200 free relay. Once again, that will just be East Providence swimmers, as BVP only has 3, so they can't field the relay team. So for all of you BVP students who may be listening to the broadcast here, get out and try out for that swim team next year. Especially if you're an athlete in a different sport. Great way to train during the off season. Build up that cardio endurance. And the team needs you here. As you watch Langell here, he's in lane 3. He's about almost halfway through here. your 500 freestyle here on a beautiful day in East Providence, Rhode Island. Sun is shining. Unseasonably mild. That's how I would describe it. Today here, we're shaping up actually for a very warm weekend here in the high 40s, even low 50s, although it will be raining most of the weekend as you watch Langell in lane 3 continuing to motor away here in the 500 freestyle. We're at Pods Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island. Pods is a fairly new facility opening up a few years ago. They have a 6-lane, 25-yard competition pool, which you see the swimmers in. There is also a heated teaching pool on the other side of the building. So if you have any children, young children, who need to be taught swimming, and really swimmers at any age, the Pods team and staff does a great job in developing young swimmers. Water safety is especially important in the Rhode Island and southeastern Massachusetts, and really anywhere. As you watch Langell continue to motor along, let's check into the live chat here. We got the Ionetta family representing strong for sure. Raisa Lou, once again, she's a member of the East Providence ladies team, checking in, rooting on Andrew Langell here. So the East Providence girls won their meet on Tuesday versus Tolman. They'll be swimming over the weekend down in South County. I don't know who they're swimming against. Raisa, you want to give me some help here? Type it into the live chat. I know you're swimming this weekend, but I don't know against who. Let's see. As Langell in lane 3 continues to power his way through here. So he's coming off a second place finish in the 100 fly, which was 2 races ago. So not a lot of time to rest. And for those parents familiar with swim has looked dramatically different this year. So typically in a club meet or a high school meet, you're talking typically about 2 hours time for these events to take place. If you're talking a club standpoint, your typical swim meet would be about 3.5 to 4 hours time. With the condensed number of participants that are allowed to swim together this year so far, meets have been getting done in less than an hour of time. So great for the parents and anybody else, not so great for the swimmers who don't have a lot of time to warm up, warm down, and relax here. You'll see this is the bell lap here. So this will be Langell's final lap here in the 503. Raisa Lou checking in. So East Providence will face off against Narragansett this weekend. So if you're an East Providence Townie girls swimming fan, head down to Narragansett for their matchup against Narragansett High School. Narragansett is the #1 seed. So like the East Providence boys here, Narragansett girls are the #1 seed. So best of luck to Raisa and her East Providence girls teammates here as you watch Andrew Langell finish up here in lane 3. And that'll take us to our next event, which is the 200 freestyle relay here. So East Providence will be swimming out of lane 3 here in the 200 free relay. Leading it off will be Cameron Avora. I believe it will be Avora. Andrew Langell still finishing his cool down here in lane 3. He's just about done, and then we will get started here. So once again, the small but mighty BV Prep Pride team having a very strong showing this afternoon, but it has been East Providence with more team members and more events to swim. So this is your 200 free relay. So it's Cam Avora from EP, lane 3. He's first in the water here. Each swimmer will swim 2 laps here. So Evora will hand it off to Ryan. Coach, is this Branch or Heatherton? Branch or Heatherton? Branch. So Ryan Branch in the water right now. Couple different Ryans on the East Providence swim team, so I had to identify which was which. So we have Ryan Branch in the water right now in lane 3, swimming the second leg of this 200 free relay. He'll hand it off to Jacob Langell. Good transition. Langell in the water in lane 3 here. And once again, folks, you can't help but wonder what if BVP had more swimmers here this afternoon and were able to compete in all of the events here. They came into this meet a big underdog facing the #1 seeded Townies, but we've already seen how strong BVP can be. As you'll see, Langell will hand it off to Heatherton. He's swimming out of lane 3. Heatherton, tall young man in lane 3. He's a junior here at East Providence High School. And that will be a wrap here, folks, for the 200 free relay. That'll take us to a very hotly anticipated event of the day, the 100 back. So Brian Zapata from BVP, second in the state last year in the 100 back. He's going to face off against Cameron Evora, who just swam in that 200 free relay, and Nick Capobianco here. So this will be a very exciting event here. We have 3 events left here, the 100 back, the 100 breast, and the 400 free relay. I think we may be taking another quick break in the action here, as Evora is going to be swimming back-to-back events, so they probably want to give him a little bit of a break here. Again, event number 9 will be the 100 back. Your East Providence swimmers will be Cameron Evora and Nick Capobianco. Your BVP swimmer will be Brian Zapata. Once again, Zapata finishing second in the state last year in the 100 back. So this should be a very exciting swim here. So Lisa Ionetta, yes, this can be viewed later. So if you go to YouTube, well, you're already on YouTube. This will be on the Pods Swimming YouTube page. So you can watch it anytime after the fact for sure. You can send the link out to family and friends to take a look at that. Anybody who wasn't able to join us here this afternoon, absolutely. It's been a blast doing play-by-play for swimming over the past about 6 months now. Started off with my daughter's swim team on the Gators Swim Club, live streaming some of their meets, and that turned into doing all of the high school meets this season for Seekonk High School, Wheeler, and Mount Hope. And now very honored to be doing Rhode Island Interscholastic League action for the state championship tournament here this afternoon. So looks like our swimmers are ready here. Again, this is the 100 back. You'll have Cameron Evora and Nick Capobianco from East Providence, Brian Zapata from BVP. So Evora looks like he'll swim out of lane 3. Zapata in lane 4. Capobianco in lane 5 here. This would be the first of your last 3 events here this afternoon from Pod Swimming. Again, Cameron Evora from East Providence in lane 3, Brian Zapata from BVP in lane 4, and Nick Capobianco also from East Providence in lane 5 here. This will be the 100 back. So still not really sure what we're waiting for here. It looks like the swimmers are at the blocks. They are ready. The officials seem to be ready. Maybe giving a little extra time. All right, looks like Zapata has taken off his mask. We're ready to go here, folks. This is the 100 back. Once again, Cameron Navarra in lane 3, Brian Zapata in lane 2, Nick Capobianco in lane 5 here. In your Division 3 quarterfinal action between the East Providence Townies and the Blackstone Valley Prep Pride. All right. Officials are ready. Swimmers are in the water. This is the 100-yard backstroke. Evora in lane 3, Zapata in lane 4. Capobianco in lane 5, and you'll see right away Zapata from BVP out to an early lead. He's going to build about a 3-second lead after the first 25 on Capobianco, who is his closest competitor in lane 5. Zapata showing the form that brought him second place in the state last year in the 100 back. Very smooth and fluid backstroke from Zapata here. And he will win this in a runaway. It will be Brian Zapata from BVP in lane 4, touching the wall. He's the winner of the 100 back. Nick Capobianco from East Providence will come in second, followed by Cameron Evora. So your finish will be Zapata, Capobianco, and Evora in that order, 1, 2, 3. Great swimming there from Zapata out of lane 4 and from BVP.
Nice swim, guys.
This will take us to our second to last event of the afternoon, the 100 breast. So from BVP, you'll have Alexis Flores. On the East Providence side, you'll see David Capobianco and Ryan Heatherton. So Capobianco will be in lane 3, Heatherton in lane 5, Flores in lane 4 here. This will be the 100 breaststroke. Second to last event of the afternoon here. Looks like Capobianco and teammate Heatherton exchanging a little good-natured trash talk before the race here. Swimmers are up on the blocks. This is the 100-yard breaststroke. Capobianco in 3, Flores in 4, Heatherton in 5 here this afternoon. It is Capobianco with the good start out in front early. We'll see what happens here. Probably going to be a few lead changes here. It was Capobianco to the wall first, about a quarter of a second ahead of Flores here in lane 4. Let's see where they stand at the 50-yard mark. A little bit of an obstructed view here, but it is Capobianco, again, maintaining about a quarter of a second lead on Flores from BVP. Flores with a great turn there. Looks like he's broken out into the lead here in lane 4. So Alexis Flores opening up his lead in lane 4 over David Capobianco. Let's see if Capobianco can catch him here. It's about a body length lead. as the swimmers hit the flags, it will be Alexis Flores from BVP out of lane 4. Your winner here in the 100 breast, David Capobianco in lane 3, coming in second with Ryan Heatherton in lane 5, will finish in third. So again, in these events that BVP has had swimmers in this afternoon, they've had a very strong showing here. Extremely strong showing. And again, you can't help to think of what would have happened here if BVP had another 1 or 2 different swimmers, so they could have participated in the relays. But great showing there by Alexis Flores. Once again, he's the winner of your 100-yard breaststroke. And folks, this will take us to our final event of this matchup here. This is the 400 free relay. Once again, there will be no entrant from BVP. They do not have a 4th swimmer. You will have Nick Capobianco, Jacob and Andrew Langille, and David Capobianco here with the 400 free relay. So good showing by both teams so far. Once again, EP, your #1 seed, coming in, having an undefeated season. BVP, on the other side of that win total, they were 0-6 this year, only have 3 swimmers. So we got to get some of those BVP athletes that don't have a second sport. Get out there, start swimming, great cross training. I know Ionetta on BVP is a multi-sport athlete as well. Okay, so we have a little bit of a break in the action before this last event here. I wanted to thank everybody from taking the time to join us here this afternoon from Pod Swimming in East Providence, Rhode Island here for your Rhode Island Interscholastic League Division III quarterfinal matchup between the East Providence Townies, who once again are your #1 seed, and the Blackstone Valley Prep Pride. Going to take a quick break from the action here. We'll be right back. All right, so what we're doing here, because obviously BVP doesn't have enough kids to field a full 400 free relay, we're going to have one of the East Providence swimmers be the 4th swimmer for the BVP team. So this will be swum as an exhibition. But again, great sportsmanship on the East Providence side, having one of their swimmers swim with the BVP team here so they can participate in this 400 free relay this afternoon. So we're just going through that, figuring out who that swimmer is going to be. One of the head officials, Carlos, just gave me the update here. So again, this event will be an exhibition, and it enables BVP to have another event in which they can swim in here this afternoon. So I think East Providence just figuring out who that swimmer is going to be that goes over on the BVP team. And we'll be underway in our final event of the afternoon. Who's swimming on the BVP side, guys? Cameron. All right, so Cam Avora will be swimming for BVP. Again, he's going to make up their 4th swimmer, so both teams can field a 400 free relay this afternoon. Again, great sportsmanship on the side of East Providence, so BVP can have their swimmers swim here this afternoon. So on the BVP relay team, you'll have Cam Avora, Alexis Flores, Nick Ionetta, and Brian Zapata. On the East Providence side, you'll have Nick Capobianco, Jacob Langille, Andrew Langille, and David Capobianco. So this 400 free relay on the East Providence side, 2 sets of brothers, the Capobianco and Langille brothers here. Lavora, a freshman on the East Providence team. Very tall young man, has had a good busy afternoon here for East Providence. And he will get an opportunity to race against his own team here this afternoon. So your entrant from BVP, looks like they'll swim on a lane 1. Townies, oh no, they're gonna move. They're gonna swim on a lane 4. So Townies in lane 3. Townies in lane 3. BVP in lane 4. Again, this is our final event of the afternoon here. 400 free relay. Looks like the officials having a little bit of a equipment malfunction here, so looks like the starter machine may have died, I think. So we're gonna have an alternate, probably a whistle start here. Let's see. All right, we're off here. So the starter machine looks like it ran out of juice here. And this is the 400 free relay. Pitting your swimmers from East Providence and Blackstone Valley Prep against each other. Once again, BVP, a team of 3 strong. So Cam Avora, one of the East Providence swimmers, jumping over to the BVP side. He'll be swimming for them in this relay here this afternoon. It is EP out to an early lead here. This will be very interesting to watch here. Your 3 BVP swimmers have all done exceptionally well this afternoon, winning multiple events here. But it is East Providence out to the early lead, led by Nick Capobianco. Jacob Langell will be next in the water. And it's Avora from BVP. So Avora from BVP, Langell from East Providence. Once again, East Providence in lane 3, BVP in lane 4. Avora has lost his goggles here very early on. As you can see here, he's closest to us in lane 4. Very difficult to swim with your goggles around your mouth. But Avora, being a trooper here, fighting on, maintains his lead for BVP. So again, this event just being swum as an exhibition to allow the BVP swimmers to compete here in the 400 free relay. So it is lane 4, BVP out to a lead. It will be Avora handing it off to Nick Iannetta here. Iannetta gets down, he's off the blocks. He's got a legal start here, and Nick Iannetta in the water. They have about a 12 to 13 yard lead right now on East Providence. As you see, Iannetta cruise along here, still maintaining a fairly sizable lead over East Providence. About a 6-second lead right now for BVP in lane 4 over East Providence. That's Andrew Langell in lane 3 for East Providence. As Iannetta brings it home here in lane 4, he'll transition over to Brian Zapata for BVP, who will be the anchor. David Capobianco will close it out for East Providence here, but it is BVP maintaining a 6 to 7 second lead over East Providence here. So let's see if Capobianco can make up some time here. Zapata coming off a strong showing in his 100 back where he crushed the field. Now maintaining a pretty sizable lead for BVP in this final anchor leg of the 400 free relay. So Zapata will close it out for BVP here. Once again, this was swam as an exhibition. We did have an East Providence swimmer who joined BVP, so they could have a fourth swimmer for this 400 free relay. And folks, that will wrap up our swimming here from Pods this afternoon. So again, it was the Blackstone Valley Prep with a strong showing here, only with 3 swimmers. You can't help but think, I know I've said this multiple times, but you can't help but think if this team had another 1 or 2 team members and was able to swim the events that they didn't swim, which were the Medley Relay, with any of the relays really, and the 500th free, I think we might have had a different outcome here. Very strong performances overall by Alexis Flores, Nick Iannetta, and Brian Zapata. Once again, the winner of this matchup will go on to face the winner of the Mount St. Charles Tolman matchup, which is going on right now. And that event will be held March 1st to the 3rd. So I believe that has to be completed Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. So once again, if it is East Providence that prevails and wins, we'll be back here at Pods for that semifinal between East Providence and Mount St. Charles or Tolman. If it is Blackstone Valley Prep that was able to pull it out, despite having only 3 swimmers, they would be traveling to either Mount St. Charles or Tolman. So that's a wrap here, folks. Appreciate you taking the time to join us here at Pod Swimming in East Providence. Once again, this was a matchup, a Division III quarterfinal matchup between your East Providence Townies and Blackstone Valley Pride Prep. We do not have the results right now, so I'm sure your swimmers will be able to give you the results. If you go to the Rhode Island Interscholastic League website and click on tournaments and boys swimming, you will see the results updated probably tonight. So once again, I'm Jeremy Abreu signing off from Pods. Appreciate you taking the time to join us here, and whoever wins, whether it's East Providence or BVP, good luck the rest of the way. Have a good day, folks.